Hey everybody, this is MyCollectables coming back with another video. We have a pretty exciting, drop coming to Veve, and we finally found out the answer to what they were talking about with the big drop this weekend with the new IP, and it's coming from Capcom, the video game company, and it's Monster Hunter World. And it's the Iceborne characters from their new expansion. This is quite something, you guys. I'm going to give you some history behind the Monster Hunter gaming franchise and tell you about how this individual game is Capcom's #1 selling game of all time, beating all the other games that they have. It's #2 in the franchise that Capcom has. #1 in terms of, sales is actually Resident Evil, the entire franchise. Monster Hunter's #2, but this game itself is their #1 game, and it's quite massive, even over here in North America. So I'm going to get into that in just a sec, read the article for you, give you my thoughts and some predictions on it for sure. So if you do like this video, make sure you hit like. Also, comment down below. I got to know what you think about this drop, if you're going to go for it or not. It's back-to-back drops, 2 in a row, 1 hour apart. This is quite new and different, so be prepared. And there's 60 gems each, but they are quite scarce, right? So here is the article right here that Veve released. We were waiting for this announcement all yesterday, and they dropped it this morning. So they must have been, figuring out some last minute stuff. But right here it is. It's from Iceborne. Now, if you don't know what Monster Hunter is, it is a big video game franchise. Okay, so check it out. These are just some of the titles that they have in this game. It came out in 2004. Here's the first game right here on the PlayStation 2. So you can see this is like a AAA game, franchise. It's like fully on all the top platforms. This is not obscure or anything, but it's mostly, bigger sales over in Japan and Asia for most of the time, until the game that we're getting here, until the actual characters we're getting here in this video I'm going to show you, in this drop we're getting, until that. But you can see all these other ones right here, really high level selling franchise for sure. This is actually the game itself, the website. I'll put a link to this in the description of the video. It's Monster Hunter World. This is active right now, over 21 million copies shipped worldwide. It's crazy. And then this is the Iceborne expansion. These are the characters that we're getting, 2 characters from this expansion right here, from their video game series. So it's quite cool. You can see all the beautiful graphics and animation. Now, if you just click over, if you just go to the Wikipedia page, I'll put a link to this as well for you so you can read up on it. But really quickly, it's a Japanese media franchise centered on a series of fantasy-themed action role-playing video games that started in 2004 with Monster Hunter on the PlayStation 2. That's actually this game right here in the corner. I don't know if you can see it, but you can just Google it up right there. There's the original logo over here on the side right here. So check this out. This is the important part right here. As of December 31st, the game series has sold 90 million units worldwide. This is over all the games they've produced for this. And it's Capcom's second best-selling series, okay, following Resident Evil. Now, I am a massive fan of the Resident Evil franchise, have been from the beginning all the way back to the original games. And right now, actually, my family and I were playing Resident Evil 4 on the Xbox, just completed it. It's so fun. And so this is Capcom's second best-selling franchise. But check it out right here. Okay, the world, this is Monster Hunter World, became the best-selling Monster Hunter game within 3 days of its release. Okay, this is the one we're getting, and became Capcom's single best-selling video game of all time, with 21 million sales as of July 5th, 2022, including more than 70% of those sales coming from outside of Japan. So what was happening with the Monster Hunter franchise is that they were mostly popular, like I said, in Japan and Asia. But then with the release of this new game, this right here, this Monster Hunter World in 2018, this became, a big game for them over here in North America, and it's their #1 game ever. So it's quite crazy, right? It actually beats all the other games for sure. So there is no doubt that this is a very popular, game. Now, inside Veve, I don't know how well it's going to go, because we don't know how many people actually know about this game, but it is a massive, franchise for sure. And Capcom, I mean, this is hopefully just the start of us getting all Capcom stuff, because if we get Resident Evil stuff as well, because I know how famous and popular that is over here. It's called Biohazard over there in the East. Of course, I'm in Canada. I'm in the West Coast here, so I'm in North America. So when I say over here, I mean, from where I'm at. But anyway, this game right here, if we start getting more Capcom stuff, which is probably obviously going to happen, that's going to be exciting. So let's get to the drop itself. Now, like I said, there's two of them. Okay, one at 8 a.m. and one at 9 a.m. on Sunday the 21st. That's tomorrow if you're watching this video, on Saturday the 20th when I'm doing it, right? So it's Monster Hunter, the series of hunting action games pitting players against giant monsters in beautiful natural environments. The series has grown into a mega hit, and the number of fans have been increasing steadily since the first one was made in 2004. Okay, so this is the Iceborne expansion. Like I said, that's over here. You can see it's the expansion right there, okay? And a brand new assignment in uncharted lands, strange monster phenomena. You go hunting for them and stuff, okay? So there's the blind box you get. There's two drops, like I said. So it's one character per drop, and there's two variations of the character. Now, here's this one right here. This is the Zinogre. That's how I'm pronouncing it. Hopefully I'm not pronouncing it wrong, but it's animated, okay? And it's on a little rock pedestal platform. And now I've looked at this already, and I would have preferred, honestly, to have these not on a platform so you could just, have them separate and like in your vault. But still, it's animated on a platform, kind of like how Rambo is, for example. And it's going to be really cool. But look, it's 60 gems. And there's 1,500 editions, so there's not a ton of them, and it's 60 gems. So we'll see how that does. But check it out. Lightning courses through the fur and unique plating of this fanged wyvern. It's the most deadly in its supercharged state. The animated version has been produced to recreate the monster's in-game movements, so it's going to mimic what's actually in the game. So they've obviously been working on this for a while. And I know that Veve's probably really excited to announce it right here. And then here is the secret rare unanimated. You can see it's another kind of posed sort of statue right here, static right here. There's only 720 of those. So it is definitely going to be a scarce one for sure, right? Now, let's go on to the next one right here. This is the Velkhana, and this is like an ice dragon sort of looking one. Looks really cool for sure. Fully animated right there as well on the ultra rare. 1,500 of those as well at 60 gems right there. And then, of course, you got the secret rare right there. Same numbers right here, 720 gems right here. 720, editions at 60 gems. And it freezes everything in its path, and it's quite cool. I mean, this one looks really stunning to me. I actually like this one quite a bit more than the first one, just personal preference. Now, I go down here, and there's 90 editions held back from each one's. The licensor fee is 8.5 like normal. And Capcom, there's a little bit of blurb about Capcom right here. So I'm really excited about getting more Capcom stuff. Now, this particular drop itself, it's 60 gems, and that's a decent amount. And we'll see how well this does. My predictions are that it will sell out. It may not sell out in 2 seconds because, you have to be kind of familiar with the franchise for people to really want to go for this. And at 60 gems, that might be a bit high for some people, right? So I think it will sell out eventually because it's too scarce. It's quite scarce for sure, but we'll see if anyone wants these. I do think you'll have a chance to get these for cheaper in the aftermarket for sure. I just think it's the way it is, the way it is with Veve right now. But in terms of a historic important drop for Capcom, this is actually quite a big one, obviously, right? And this game, like I said, outside of Veve, is the #1 game of all time for Capcom, this individual game, Monster Hunter World. So there are tons of fans of this, and they get wind that this is here. They might, want to pick these up or download Veve or whatever. We'll see what happens with that for sure in the future. I'm not saying that's going to happen right now, but when I see Star Wars stuff not selling out at the same price, then it makes me think that this probably, will have some trouble. But the thing about it is it has way lower editions. And that secret rare at 720 editions is going to be quite something. So, I do think it will sell out. I do think you'll get a chance to get this under retail just because we'll see how the Veve market is. But I could be 100% wrong. Maybe everyone will surprise me and totally sell this out in 2 seconds. Maybe it's just bigger amongst the Veve community. I'm not sure. So we're going to look at it today, and we're going to see what people think. I need to know what you think in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this drop and about this game. Have you played this game? Are you a fan of it? I have seen it. I haven't physically played this game myself, but I've been actually looking at it because I'm always looking for new games to play over on, my Xbox. So we will be checking this game out and potentially downloading this game now that the collectibles are coming to Veve. That's sort of kind of what happens, right? So you guys let me know what you think. I'm kind of excited about this for Capcom. And honestly, I got to be honest, I'm more excited about getting Resident Evil stuff later on, hopefully soon, because that's just my favorite game of all time, that whole franchise. And this one here is number 2 for them. So you can't get much better than this if you're like, if you want to get into Capcom gaming, right? Anyway, let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next video. Happy collecting.